Good morning, guys, or actually it's afternoon. So this hasn't been the most productive Saturday. I did clean my kitchen, so that's good. And then I was feeling very tired because I've just been kind of going the past couple of days. And so I was gonna clean more of my house, but that didn't happen. But I did remember that I purchased an online class from Longwood, and so I was taking that because I need to finish it by a certain date. And so I got through a bunch of the modules and I took a nap, and now I'm gonna go to Hortulus Farm. So anyway, I'm going to the Hortulus Farm Christmas market, and ordinarily I don't usually go this early. The thing for me is that I have 3 trials in the month of December, like back to back. So my weekends are gonna be kind of shot. So I kind of needed, it was like now or never, so to speak. So anyway, I'm gonna head on up there. I may swing by New Hope and get myself a Figgy Piggy, because y'all know how I love that sandwich. And then when I get home, I'm going to clean my study. I'm going to put the books back on my case, and finish doing a couple of trees and get ready for church tomorrow. So that's the plan, y'all. I haven't been to Hortulus in a while, so hopefully I remember how to get there. All right, guys, so I'm here at Hortulus. I don't think I'm going to wear my jacket in because first off, I'm wearing my vintage gardener sweatshirt, and I want people to see the back of it so they can scan my QR code. Oh, I don't know what I got on my sweatshirt. Oh, gracious. Apparently that's toothpaste. Let me get that off. But anyway, I'm here, so I will show you guys when I get inside. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking of taking up a new hobby. Like I need any more. Okay, guys, so look at this tree. Pomegranates, lemons, that sort of thing. That's really nice. We got figs. It's really cute. And I love these little candles. Okay, guys, so I got my embroidery kit. I'm gonna go see what Slurp is all about. I may just go to the pork shack because I'm probably not going to be able to visit for the next month. So let's see. Never mind, because they're packing things up, so that's not going to work. But let me go see they've got a fire pit out here. So I'm going to go and get warm a little bit, and then I'm going to go home. So I got presents for my mom and sister, and a little something for myself. So now I just got my dad left. It's the next day, and after going to Hortulus, and I'm trying to do this embroidery. Never done hand embroidery. I'm not really liking how I'm not liking how it's looking. As the kit has instructions, I'll be quite honest. The instructions are not very helpful. Her little videos aren't really helpful. So anyway, I went to Joann Fabric, and of course they have that. This is a craft. It's considered, it's needlework. So I got the embroidery stitch handbook by DMC, and I got this plastic thing. You could probably use it for cross stitching too, but I'm just like practicing stitches right now. Because that's the thing, is that her descriptions on how to do the stitches, sometimes the video wasn't clear, and like she would time elapse it, and I'm going, okay, like this one thing, like it was like the wheel spoke, like she did a certain thing, and then she, you know, she like double timed it, and I'm going, but I don't even see what you're doing. So I think I need to take a little step back, I'm going to be practicing, I think there's like 18 key stitches. I'm going to practice all 18 stitches. And then once I do that, then I'll go back to this little sampler thing and hopefully it'll make more sense. Cause like she just put directions like, oh, back stitch here, French knot, this, that, but it doesn't really mean anything when you don't actually know what the stitches are. And so anyway, so I'll keep you guys posted on how I'm doing. What I've done thus far is called the running stitch. And so right now I'm doing the second row and that's called a back stitch. So, it's definitely going a lot more smoothly now that I have some instructions. So I'll check in with you guys. Oh wait, I dropped my needle. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Guys, so tonight is the Dickens Festival in my town. And everybody has decorated their front porches. And look at that, so pretty. So I would say my town does a pretty good job of blocking off the streets to make sure that nobody gets hit by a car. You know, I don't recall this house right here ever having lights up like this, but I really, really like these. But I was gonna go shopping, but since it's Dickens Festival, I'm gonna do this. Okay guys, they closed the whole street down, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. And the great thing is, actually, the great thing is that they've got the roads blocked off with big trucks to make sure that nobody tries to plow into the crowd, because you know stuff like that happens. So let me see what's open right now. Okay guys, so I'm on my way back to my car. I have never seen so many people at this tonight. I think it's because it's a warmer evening, so a lot more people have come out. But I'm gonna go get something to eat elsewhere. Okay guys, so the Dickens Festival, boy, that was so crowded this year. I don't think I've ever seen it so crowded. But I went to the art gallery and they had these cute little oil paintings. And they are, they have them as like little Christmas tree ornaments, but I'm actually gonna cut the ribbon off and I'm going to frame them. And as you can see, yeah, they were 20 bucks each. And so I like them because they're kind of like reproduction of like masters. So like, for example, this is like the Monet water lilies. This is the Vermeer girl with the pearl earring. I think this is supposed to be John Singer Sargent. He did a lot of paintings with like mothers and children, impressionistic. And this one right here, I don't even know. It's like bearded irises. I don't know if maybe that's supposed to be a Van Gogh or something. I'll have to figure it out. But I think, you know, and obviously, you know, somebody's copying them, but it's still, I love the subject matter because I love the impressionistic period. I mean, the girl with the pearl earring is not impressionistic. That's a lot more, it's not quite, it's more, I would say, closer to more like neoclassical, more neoclassical than this one is a little bit more impressionistic, but it's still recognizable as that. So I will keep you guys posted on finding some little frames, and then I'll do a cute little collage somewhere on the gallery wall. So that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go watch some TV and I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, so it's Brooke here. I'm decorating this little Christmas tree. It's a 6-footer. This one is in my sister's room, or her guest room when she stays. This room is what I refer to as Lavender Lounge. I have not actually painted the room yet. That's coming. But I am trying to get it together here. So I think I'm going to use these jewel things as as kind of like a topper because I don't have one yet. So I got these from Flags Garden Center. So, and they're really heavy. And this tree, it's like pulling this tray all over. So I had this one up in my attic in the window, but it didn't really work out well for there. So when I went to Flags Garden Center and I saw that they had purple ornaments, I decided to pull it down and do a little tree in here. So anyway, I'm going to be putting the ornaments on. I got a lot of different types of purple ones, and I think my sister will like these a whole lot. So I'm going to just put on time lapse and get going. Okay guys, so here we are. Okay, so over time I'll add more balls because actually, you know what, I think I want a bigger tree for this room. So it's a start. It's a start, but I think I want something bigger, and I'm going to work on getting enough stuff for my purple collection. The place where I got these has more purple stuff. The owner's daughter said, you know, she goes, I was actually on the fence about doing purple. She said, but you know, she said, I'm glad that worked out for you. So anyway, I'm going to paint this room purple, and then this is going to look really, really good and really, really jazzy. So anyway, that's it. Talk to you guys later. So guys, I went to Johns Hopkins University and they had a Christmas party at the Harp and Crown, which is in Philadelphia. It is a nice restaurant on top, but it's got a renovated speakeasy in the basement, and this is where you see me going down this long hallway, and it had a bowling alley. Hey guys, it's Brooke here. Man, I haven't filmed a video in a while. That's what happens during the winter months. But I'm off to a holiday tour in historic Mount Holly. And I'm really excited because, you know, I have a historic house and that town is very historic. And so I'm always looking for good ideas of things to do at my house for the holidays. I finished decorating all the Christmas trees. So that's 12. Whew. yeah, this year has been kind of rough. I mean, I enjoy putting up the Christmas trees, but yeah, this year I got the trees up, and part of me was just like, you know, I should just plug them in, not worry about the decorations, because at least it'll be pretty. But I'm glad I did, because it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be worth it. But it's just, you know, this fall, just, you know, I don't know, it just didn't go how I thought it was going to go. So I'm just hoping, I programmed everything so it'll come on automatically. So I'm just hoping that the pretty lights will cheer me up. So I'll do a tour inside. I have to clean up. But I will do a Christmas tour so you guys can see all of the trees that I have. And I have ideas. I need 2 more trees. I'm gonna put one in my own bedroom. I'm not gonna do that this year, though I have started getting ornaments for it. So anyway, I am off to do this Christmas tour, and I probably won't be taking a lot of video because it's in people's houses, but I definitely will be taking lots of pictures so that I can try to recreate certain things in my own house. So I'll check in with you guys later. I'm here, parked the car, so now I just gotta go get the map of where I'm going and then I can enjoy. So I'm looking forward to it. So actually I just drove down this little street, and I remember when I was first looking for a house, I actually looked at one of those, visited one of those houses. So this is pretty cool. Okay guys, so there's apparently a Jamaican place to eat over there. That looks like someplace I should probably visit. Oh, they got a gallery over here. Nice. Let's come back and do that. Okay guys, so I got some cider at the first Quaker meeting place, just so you guys can see where my haunting grounds are. This right here is the Burlington County Historic Courthouse. Typically it's for ceremonial things. On occasions you do try cases, and I have actually tried cases twice in this building. And the church over there is closed for right now, but I'm going into this one. Okay guys, this right here, if I remember correctly, is the historic prison. I've actually never been. So I'm on my way to... Am I on the wrong side of the road? I think I'm on the right. Oh wait, there's an art gallery? Didn't know about that. So guys, one popular feature I find in my area is that in historic towns, when you have events like this, there tend to be carolers, old-fashioned carolers. So as you can see, they're dressed in Victorian garb. The guy's got a top hat on. It's very much a Dickensian type Christmas thing. They had them at the township thing that I showed you guys from a couple of weeks ago. But it's just always nice to have an old-fashioned Christmas. Hey guys, I'm off to the next house. You know what? For some reason, I feel like I actually visited. I'm pretty sure when I was looking for a house, I actually saw one of the houses on this road. I don't know which one it was, but I had like a paranormal experience. And so when I get back in the car, I'll tell you guys about it. But guys, check out these houses. Look at that. Beautiful. I need to do more with the outside of my house. But right now I need to figure out where I'm going. Oh, there's 7. Okay. First off, let's appreciate the architecture. Love this stone turret down on the outside. It's beautiful. Okay. So I'll talk as I walk. Gotta go to 48. But the houses here were built in the late 1800s. So they're a lot more ornate than mine, which was built in 1840. These are kind of like townhouses, or mine was a farmhouse. So I don't have nearly the amount of trim and that sort of thing, but I am getting some great ideas. Look at that one over there, y'all. Beautiful. So anyway, this is a lot of fun. Okay, wait, where am I? Okay. I think this is the next one. Hey guys, Future Brooke here. I just realized I forgot to tell you guys the paranormal story. So what happened is when I was first looking for my house, now mind you, this was in, I guess, 2010, so it was when the housing bubble burst. I went to see a lot of houses. A lot of them were empty and a lot of them had the power and utility shut off, and this was one of those houses. So it was a Victorian twin. It was 3-level Victorian, very nice on the inside. It needed updating, but it was for first time home buyer. It would have been fine. And so the realtor and I were touring through it. Like I said, it was the electric was turned off. It was at night, so we were like waiting to the basement. Didn't think anything of it. Went up to the 3rd floor, and so we were on the 3rd floor. The realtor and I were talking. And we heard what sounded like tapping on the window. And I was like, what on earth is that? Because from what I recalled going into the house, there weren't any trees nearby. And so he was just like, oh, that's the tree tapping on the window. And I was like, are you sure? Because I didn't think the tree was that close. He's like, oh, yeah. So he's like, but let's go ahead and go out because, we got another house to see. So we get down to the 2nd floor, we're still chatting, and then we start going to the 1st floor, and there was a pause in the conversation, like a break, and then all of a sudden, we start hearing footsteps. And he looked at me, I looked at him, because we were like, where is that coming from? And it sounded like they were coming down the 3rd floor steps, and in the 3rd floor, it was more like it was just an open room. So we had just been up there and there was nothing, like I said, this house was completely empty. So it's not like there was something where somebody could have been hiding. There was literally nothing up there. So at that point we're looking at each other and it's like, okay, you know what? Let's pick up the pace as we're leaving. So we're going down the stairs and we're talking a little bit, but then we still hear footsteps. So we get to the 1st floor. And we get out of the stairwell, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and we get quiet again, and then we hear footsteps now coming down the steps we had just, the stairwell we had just exited. At that point, I looked at him, he looked at me, and we just tore off running to the front door. Now you have to understand something. He and I were not the type of people, I didn't believe in paranormal, neither did he. So we had no explanation for what was going on. And so we just ran. And the entire time we were running, we could still hear footsteps behind us. And as, we're running, the realtor got the flashlight pointed behind him because we can hear something walking towards us, but he was like, I don't see anything. So we get to the front door. He gets like, go. So I run through the front door, we close it. And so at this point, we're standing on the front porch, just listening, and we don't hear anything. And I was like, well, we need to lock the door. And so there was a top lock. And at this point, he was kind of nervous and he was fumbling. I said, listen, because of course, there's a lockbox for those types of houses. And I was like, do you have the key? He's like, yeah, I got the key. And I said, well, listen, just don't worry about the bottom lock, the top lock, just put the bottom lock on. He goes, well, I don't want to go in. I said, listen, just open the door, reach in, because it's one of those, the bottom lock is one of those, most of the time there's a bottom lock on the knob and then there's a deadbolt. So I was like, don't forget about the deadbolt. Just reach in, turn that little thing and just pull the door too. So he started doing it and he was fiddling around and he's, oh, forget it. And he just shut the door. So we walk, at this point, we walk, out, down the walkway, and he looks at me and he's like, so about this house. I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a hard pass for me. So I found out, of course, I went home, I told my sister, what had happened. And the realtor actually was a guy from her church. And so was it later? I guess after the next following Sunday, she came back and she was, she was like, "Oh, Brooke," and she's like, at any point in time, she was asking me about, the realtor fumbling with the bottom lock, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't think he actually locked it. He just said forget it." And she's like, "Did he tell you why he did that?" And I said, "No, why?" So apparently, he told my sister this. He didn't want to tell me because he was worried because he didn't want to freak me out. But when he opened the door and stuck his hand through to turn the knob, the reason he said forget it is because he heard whispering. He heard voices whispering. And once again, his house was completely empty. He didn't know what was going on, so that's why he was just like, forget it. But the other thing is, I forgot to tell you, is that when we were walking back to our cars, we turned and looked, and I was, because I wanted to see where that tree was. So I'm like, I didn't remember that tree being that close to the house. And so we both looked, and I was like, "I told you that wasn't the tree." He said, "Yeah." He goes, "I just said that because I didn't want to freak you out." He said, "I actually did look out the window, and I could see that tree was nowhere near it." And so he looked at me, I looked at him, and we kept walking. So I did go back to that listing, and the funniest thing was that it actually said in the listing the house had good vibes, and I was like, "Oh, that's a nice way of saying the house was haunted." So anyway, that house did not like me apparently, so that's cool. That's cool. I don't go where I'm not wanted, but that is the story of the paranormal situation.